The ballroom erupted in applause. My younger brother stood on stage accepting the Entrepreneur of the Year award. Standing beside him was my ex-fiancée, the woman who left me 6 years earlier.
Thank you so much.
We couldn't have done it without you.
Then my brother looked straight at me in the front row, smirked, and said into the microphone, "Some people are born to lead, and some people are born to be left behind." The audience laughed. I smiled, because he had no idea that in less than 24 hours he would lose the company, the award, his reputation, and everything he'd stolen from me. My name is Daniel Brooks. 10 years ago, my younger brother, Mason, was my best friend. When our father died, he left behind a struggling manufacturing company. It wasn't worth much. The banks wanted to shut it down. Employees were quitting. Suppliers refused to work with us. Everyone said it was hopeless. I disagreed. For 4 straight years, I worked 18-hour days. I slept in the office, sold my car, skipped paychecks. Slowly, the company came back to life. Revenue doubled, then tripled. We landed our biggest contract ever. I thought we had made it. I was wrong, because success doesn't always attract opportunity. Sometimes it attracts betrayal. One Friday afternoon, I walked into the boardroom expecting to celebrate. Instead, every board member was already seated. My brother sat at the head of the table. My fiancée Emma sat beside him. Neither of them would look me in the eye. Then the company lawyer slid a folder across the table. "Daniel, you've been removed as CEO." I laughed. I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. Mason had secretly convinced investors that I was holding the company back. Emma had helped him. She had access to my laptop, my emails, my presentations. Every business strategy I'd spent years creating. They didn't just steal my company, they stole my future.
Mason and I have been together
For nearly a year.
1 week later, they announced their engagement. The internet called them the city's new power couple. I became the villain, the bitter older brother, the failed founder. Within months, I had nothing. No company, no fiancé, no savings, no reputation, so I disappeared. Not because I gave up, because I had a plan. I moved across the country, started consulting for small manufacturers nobody cared about. Unlike my old life, nobody knew my name. Nobody expected anything. Over 5 years, I quietly helped dozens of struggling factories become profitable. One client became 10, 10 became 50. Then one day, a global investment firm approached me. They wanted to build something much bigger. Together, we created one of the fastest growing industrial groups in the country. Quietly, without interviews, without awards, without headlines. Meanwhile, back home, my brother became famous. Magazine covers, podcasts, business conferences. What nobody knew was that the company was drowning in debt. He had borrowed millions to keep the illusion alive. Eventually, the biggest lender called in the loans. The company couldn't pay. The board panicked. Their only option, sell. Guess who made the highest offer? Me. Nobody recognized my investment group. The acquisition was approved. Contracts were signed. Money transferred. Only after the deal officially closed did I walk into headquarters. The same building I'd been thrown out of 5 years earlier. Employees froze. Executives whispered. Then the elevator opened. Mason stepped out. He saw me, smiled, then noticed the security badge around my neck. It had one word on it: owner. Minutes later, the emergency board meeting began. I thanked everyone for attending. Then I looked at my brother. "Mason, I believe this chair belongs to me." Silence. The board voted unanimously. He was removed as CEO, not out of revenge, because the numbers proved he had failed. Emma tried to speak. I quietly placed a folder on the table. Inside were forensic reports showing she had leaked confidential information years earlier. Every email, every deleted message, every hidden payment, documented. Neither of them said another word. By sunset, they had packed their desks. The next morning, business news exploded. The founder returns. People who had ignored me suddenly wanted interviews. I declined every one. 6 months later, the company was profitable again. Employees received raises. Old clients returned. New investors arrived. Then one rainy afternoon, my assistant walked into my office. "There's someone here asking for you." It was Mason. He looked older, tired, broken. He held a resume in one hand. He couldn't even meet my eyes. "I just need a job." For a long moment, neither of us spoke. Finally, I took the resume, folded it, and handed it back. "You once told the world I was born to be left behind." I smiled. "It turns out, you were talking about yourself." I wished him luck, then walked back into my office. Not because I hated him, because some betrayals deserve distance, not revenge. The brother who stole my dreams spent years enjoying my success, but in the end, he had to ask the man he betrayed for a second chance. And life has a strange way of making people face the consequences of the choices they once celebrated.